Hello everyone and welcome to Magic Gathering Strat and a standard video with Pinky Bee. Here we have one of my favorite archetypes ever, at least in standard. It's Control and it's more specifically Esper Control. So I'm touching a couple of decks to find out what I want to bring to GP Stockholm, and this is the deck that is my closest to my pick at the moment. So what can I say about this? It has 27 lands, and as you can see, I'm trying out a lot of stuff here. I'm trying out the gain life lands, I'm trying out the fetch lands, and I'm trying out the temples, and one Urborg down here. So I've been trying 8 fetches, 12 temples, but I wasn't really satisfied with that because you have a hard time beating aggro otherwise. So then I went up to 8 gain life lands and 4 temple, but still it wasn't really what I was looking for. So now I have cut down the fetch lands to 4, and I'm trying out 6 gain life lands and 10 temples instead. So we will see if that works. What to say about the main deck? I don't like having 4 Thoughtsizes in my control decks. I am interested in trading 1 for 1, but it's not really that great to draw later in the game. Got some Bile Blights for the early interaction. 1 Drowning Sorrow main. You never know. It's a very bad card against some decks and a fantastic card against others, so I hedged and yeah, I'm running 1. 4 Dissolves, one of the best cards in standard right now, because it's like the only count spell that you can play. 2 Divinations to bridge over to the late game, and 4 Heroes Downfall. I have 0 copies of Banishing Light in my 75, and the reason is because I can handle every type of permanent if I want to, and the Banishing Light is becoming more of a temporary removal, and that's not what I'm in the market for. I want it to be gone completely. Moving up, we have move it over here. 1 Silence the Believers and 2 Outer Ends. So far Outer End has been better than Silence the Believers in, let's say, 8 out of 10 cases, but I still like to have a Silence the Believers for the potential strive. So that's my split at the moment, and I've been pretty pleased. 2 Murderous Cut, a fantastic card that you could either use as a 5 mana kill spell when you have 12 lands and nothing to do, or a 1 mana kill spell when you need to like Heroes Downfall and Murderous Cut something. 2 Jesus Ingenuity and 3 End Hostilities. I'm only running 3, and that's because I don't have any problem with the big creatures, I have problem with the small creatures, so the Drowning Sorrow fills that role of the 4th End Hostilities pretty well. 3 Elspeths as win conditions, 1 Empty the Pits, also win condition, very good, I might add. With Urborg it's not that hard to cast, and even if it is hard to cast, it's okay. And 1 Resolute Archangel, and what a star that angel has been. Jesus. It's so many games where you get to like 4 life and you only have 4 dissolve and 2 are gone because you had to counter like let's say a Sarkhan and a Stormbreath Dragon when you only had like Utter End in your hand, and now you're afraid of that. Stoke the Flames, boom, Resolute Archangel, you won the game. Every single time I play this angel, the game just ends right away. It's completely ridiculous. So that's an all-star in this deck so far. And 2 Dig Through Time. I'm running those over Treasure Cruise. I've tried both out. Dig Through Time costs a little bit more, but gives you a lot more in return. when the game goes long, I'd rather select 2 cards out of 7 than get the top 3 at random. Especially when I can bin the other cards to the bottom. So it's quite often you use this and hit like 3 spells, 4 lands, and you're very happy to bin 4 lands on the bottom. So that's the main deck. There is a lot of things you could change with this deck, and things that I haven't had time to try out, like Sorin. Is he good? Is he bad? Should I be playing 4 hostilities? Do I need more card draw? The mana base is certainly gonna change. I mean, is the colors enough? Is the even split correct? I have a lot of double black, I have a lot of double blue, I have a lot of double white. Should it be as it is? We will see. Going over the sideboard really quickly, it's what I call a basic sideboard that opts to be flexible and is not specified against anything in particular except for aggro. I classify my Esper deck as a deck that is good mid-game and forward and bad early game. So I'm trying to fix that with the sideboard. So 3 Ferricus Cure, 3 Drowning Sorrow and a Doomwick Giant, which we can never trigger again, but I don't really think that's a problem. So that's the anti-aggro package. Why no Nyxlis Rams? Well, I've never really liked Nyxlis Rams or anything in that category. I'd rather kill the stuff that I care about, and if I can't kill it, well, then I'm going to lose anyway. Against a deck like Mono Black, you slam your Nyxlis Ram and it's like, yay! And then they bestow a stupid Herald of Torment, and then your Nyxlis Ram is pretty measly. Whereas a Ferricus Cure would at least kill the first creature. And Drowning Sorrow is more sweepers, obviously. So that's the anti-aggro package. And Doomwick Giant is also another win condition if we need it. Anti-control. 2 Thoughtsieze, 2 negates. I don't think I need more because control is pretty underwhelming right now. Glare of Heresy. It takes a lot of stuff like Elspeth and Banishing Light and whatever. It takes a lot of stuff. And 3 decide against mainly gods, but still Banishing Lights and stuff. You could bring it in against a Courser deck if you see more than a Courser, where you don't want like Bile Blight and Drowning Sorrows, you can bring it in. And Negates is also decent against the Jeskai midrange tempo burn deck, where you can counter a Stoke the Flames or something. So that's the deck. I will be running it through some games as soon as possible, and hopefully you will enjoy them. See you shortly.